Hi, good morning. Brendan Fogarty from Fogarty's Home Services. Welcome to North Adams, Massachusetts. We're getting ready to start a project this week with my crew. We're going to go up and take a look at the job and to identify the plan of attack for the homeowners. This is a big job. It's challenging, but Fogarty's Home Services, we fix uncomfortable homes.
This project that we did for this homeowner up in North Adams, Massachusetts, is she had a tremendous problem with high humidity, high moisture content in the upstairs, unlivable. She was actually running a dehumidifier. So when we noticed going into the Cape Cod construction, part of it was a cathedral ceiling, which we have to dense pack from the outside. Then she had some knee walls, which were inaccessible, so we had to make them accessible. The way this Cape Cod construction house was designed, on the first floor, they had a front porch that was a heated space. Well, nobody ever did anything about that, so we had to cut a hole. The attic access is then insulated, so that way there's always going to be an accessibility to that attic space. Again, all the treatments are the removal. The fiberglass was so damaged and so old to remove that insulation and to treat it for mold treatment. And then to be able to treat that attic with a proper air sealing and insulation treatment that would provide all of our homeowners. So this home actually has a cathedral ceiling too, besides the knee wall spaces. Well, unfortunately, we couldn't get into it from the inside of the living space. So what we do is we go up on the roof, we actually remove the ridge cap and dense pack it with our True Soft cellulose insulation. Now the home is completely dented properly, and dense packing from the ridge is the only way that you can control an absolute thermal boundary from the living space to the outside. One of the other things that we see all the time is the bathroom vent. So this bathroom vent from downstairs was venting up inside the knee wall space and dumping right into the living space of the home. So we need to make sure that that vent is directly resulted either through the roof, through the gable side of the house. So that way all that hot, humid air from your shower goes right up through the fan and right out where it's supposed to be, outside of the thermal envelope. The chimney is another thing. Now the chimney is a direct vent from the furnace in the basement. So that chimney follows its way up through the home, out through the roof. But around the floor framing where the chimney is, there's like a 2-inch gap around the perimeter. So we have to flash it, fire caulk it, and insulate it before we blow insulation. So in the basement of this home, we have our perimeter floor framing system. That's where the floor joists sit on top of the foundation on the outside, all the way around the linear perimeter. We come in with our 2-part closed cell spray foam that really seals every nook and cranny around the perimeter. Because concrete is so porous, it wicks a lot of vapor from the outside. So if your concrete basement is below grade, you're gonna get a lot of moisture, the vapor extending through the concrete. That creates a lot of relative humidity. So insulating those walls is super important. So our Fomax insulation board, our polyiso board, we use in our basements all the time. And you can see this is what we did at this home. So one of the things that we noticed was there's a lot of mold up there. So we have to identify the source of the mold and stop that from occurring and clean the mold. Our treatments, our Moldex 2 Cleaner and our Moldex 2 Botanical, really allows us to kill the mold and clean the mold and then stop the source. So Paul Savage, our lead foreman on this job, is going to talk a little bit about what he did, what he found, and how he was able to resolve this problem.
All right, so you can see where I sprayed the Moldex. Kind of bubbles up white, heating right away. Like this is a really bad area. The thing about it, it doesn't always take the staining off, but it is killing the mold spores right now, which is what we want. And then, like I said, after we do this, we spray the botanical on it to make sure that the spores don't grow back.
After completing this job from the basement all the way up through the home to the knee wall spaces and the attics, we were really able to help these homeowners effectively make their home more comfortable and energy efficient.
We fix some comfortable homes.